Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yesterday I made a video reporting two Ukrainian attacks on two Russian military airfields. One in Zankoy, Crimean Peninsula, and the other one deep inside Russia by the Volga River. The Ukrainians claim that they attacked some helicopters and some Russian aircraft. How do you call it? Samolyot? Is that how you call it? Anyway, they reported they hit the targets. The Russians did not say anything about it. We have today another article coming from the Ukrainians telling us the consequences of the attacks. They claim that they destroyed 4 S-400 air defense systems. The cat is here. All right, there you go. Good job. Run over everything, because needs to take the front seat watching outside. So we have the article, we have the location of Zankoy airfield in Crimean Peninsula, we have the S-400, the price to see how much that would cost compared with Patriot system or THAAD. So let's start with the article first, right? Ukrainska Pravda. This is from Thursday, 18th of April 2024. Yesterday, this is the video I made. Ukraine hits 2 Russian airfields with Attack MS and Storm Shadow missiles. Practice for Crimean Bridge. This is what I claim that was, and you'll see. Now, let's go back to the article. Strike on Zankoy airfield. Ukraine's intelligence reports hitting 4 Russian S-400 systems. These ones, 4 of them, and 4 S-400 surface-to-air missile systems and a number of other targets were hit as a result of the Ukrainian Defense Forces strike on a military airfield in Zankoy, temporarily occupied Crimea. So let's see where that airfield is. This is the map of Ukraine. This is where the hostilities are ongoing, and Crimea is here. This is the Crimean Peninsula. Here is the Black Sea, and here is the Sea of Azov. This is the Kerch Bridge, the next target, and Zankoy is right here in the north of the Crimean Peninsula. Sevastopol is here. Zankoy is at this intersection right here. You have here, obviously, a bridge going, connecting the mainland now, and you also have here going out. So these 2 routes are the routes. This is the railway and the other one is the regular traffic. And then you have the Kerch Bridge, which is in the east. These are the connections of the Crimean Peninsula with mainlands. So let's go back to the article and see what else these guys say. This is according to Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, DIU. And I'm quoting information from DIU on 17 April 2024. As a result of a successful operation by the armed forces of Ukraine at the military airfield in the city of Zankoy in temporarily occupied Crimea, the following were destroyed or critically damaged: 4 S-400 surface-to-air missile systems, 3 radar stations, an air defense assets command post, Fundament M air defense command and control system. What about the planes? Wasn't that the... Okay, I guess. Do I believe this? How can I say I don't believe them? I'm either or. I don't. This is what they report. It's only the Russians and the Ukrainians plus the Americans and everybody else who's involved on the other side who know exactly what was hit. For us, we just read news. The Russians will say nothing was hit. These guys say, yes, we hit 4 of them. Are they lying? But you don't know who. Or maybe both of them is just the magnitude. Details. It is noted that the number of Russian aircraft facilities hit or destroyed and the casualty count among the personnel of the Russian occupying army is still being established. So this is the background. It is explosions and Dankoy temporarily occupied Crimean. And let's see what are these S-400s. So these are 400s as Triumph. That's how they call it. 400 Triumph. So I was interested in the amount of money, how much they cost. So I found out in this little article from CNBC saying Russia is luring international arms buyers with a missile system that cost much less than models made by American companies. So we have here a few prices. It says Russia's S-400, a mobile long range, and we're going to look how long range surface to air radius or what range they have. Missile system cost approximately $500 million. So $500 million, whereas a Patriot Pack 2 battery cost $1 billion. So one S-400 is less than Patriot. And a THAAD battery rings in at about $3 billion. So there you have it, according to people with first-hand knowledge of the US intelligence assessment. So THAAD is $3 billion, which is over there 6 times more than the Russians, and battery is 2 times, right? And then we go to this very interesting information with S-400s. I look at the range, operational range, 400 kilometers, so 250 miles. And then I go, for instance, to THAAD, and we have here these guys. What's there? Where is that? Operational range, 200 kilometers. And this is $3 billion, and the other one is 500,000. You can say, well, yeah, so it also depends on the accuracy. If they suck, you can give it to me for free. I don't buy it. Yeah. I know that propaganda too. Like those guys are tards and we are geniuses. Please. I mean, I remember a guy who I had some conversations with him, and he was a Vietnam War veteran. Now, I don't know in what capacity he was, because when I met him, he was a cook. And he told me that, that was a long time ago, 20 years ago, maybe more. And he told me that the Russian aircraft sucks. We're talking about the MiGs and the F this and F that. And he said the Russian aircraft is bad. The MiGs are bad. Because I was saying, the Russians have this and that. You know, trying to open these imbecile eyes. Why do I say it's imbeciles? Because he said the Russian airplanes are heavy as lead and they can't even fly. I mean, that's I would say, exaggerated, based on, could be heavy, but lead dropping are not good. That was his argument there. And I said, where do you have this information? He didn't, media. The media told him. So same here. I hear, the S-400s suck. The Russian MiGs suck. The Sukhoi suck. Everything sucks. But somehow they don't lose. I don't know. Against your weapons. Yeah, we didn't send enough. When NATO will lose in Ukraine, I guarantee you that would not be portrayed as such here. It will be portrayed as a victory. And the same thing for the Russians. If the Russians lose, meaning lose, what losing mean over there? Let's say the Russians lose. If they lose the leadership, they will say they lost, and all their children will be ashamed of being what they are, because these guys will take care of their education system, their Hollywood and their media. So they will be told to have their Russian guilt, as these guys here are taught to have their guilt. So nevertheless, for no reason, because if you have this guilt, everyone should have a guilt. But it's always personal. I can't have a guilt for a group that it just happens to belong to it. Was I involved in anything? No. Well, you have privilege. Okay, if I have privilege, then you shut the fuck up, because I have the privilege to tell you that. And if I have that privilege, I would send you somewhere else. Or if I have that privilege, I could do a lot of things to you. But I don't have any fucking privilege. On the contrary, you guys have privilege. Anyway, let's move back here. So here it is. They claim they hit 4 of them and other, radar stations and so on. I don't know. We'll find out with time, even though this is going to move back somewhere to the burners of history. Why? It's what, $2 billion? It's a lot of money for some of us. But for those guys who are preparing $60 billion for Ukraine, just like this, without asking us, by the way, $2 billion in one strike, that's a lot, isn't it? Now, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.